This painting looks like a detailed painting of a cat, but it's actually about light and shadows. In this video, I'm going to teach you how I create in the light and the shadows of the window, then how you create an atmosphere and a painting that tells a story. But of course, we're painting the cat. The best part of it is that we're going to paint it without having to paint every single hair. So grab your brushes and let's start painting. So, quick plan. Dark first, the background first. Then we will put a hint of greenery outside the window, and then we will build the cat with simple light and shadows. So I'm gonna start with the wall here, and just gonna wet a little bit this part. And the colors I mix are phthalo blue with indigo and a hint of burnt sienna, only just to make it slightly gray. We are starting to build the mood for this painting. This is not a portrait of a pet, okay? For that, you had to do a different technique. But this is our beautiful painting of our cat by a window. So we are building our window shell, so we had to be, I'm gonna try to create here a little bit of variation, some darks here and there. But I do need to try to stay straight, make this line straight because it's architectural. A little bit of dark here at the bottom, and now I'm gonna come and with my soft brush that has very little water, even I'm taking the rest, I'm gonna help this blend a little. I don't want it all even. This part over here will be the darker one, and I'm gonna have to, same colors, I just go with more paint, and so don't go straight. We do this little angle. This is where the window pane finish. And then here you got a choice. You can to do is like just go around it. And then when I'm ready to put the colors of the cat, I will make this part, obviously will have to be. And I know that this part may feel like it's simple, but don't rush it. This dark wall is what is gonna make the cat stand out, especially later. Around the cat, so that the silhouette of the cat stays clean and readable. And yes, like I mentioned before, this is a negative painting. I'm establishing my values, going darker in a few places and lighter in others. I'm gonna have to come with other colors. So what I'm doing right now basically is doing an underpainting. And this part over here, which is where most of the sun is coming, I am gonna use raw sienna. Now I'm gonna wet all this window. I'm gonna be very careful to go around the silhouette of my cat, because wherever I put water, that's where the color will go. And I want to stay away with these colors of the window are not the colors of the cat from my palette. That's why I usually don't clean my palette, only because I can use very beautiful greens. Now, if you had to use some of the blues that you were using for this, and then bring a little bit of burnt sienna or raw sienna. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop some, say, over here. Now, I am not painting leaves. I am not painting trees. I'm just suggesting outside life. Soft edges, soft shapes. We are creating a mood. And that's why we wet at first, so that all of this is gonna be soft. To a smaller brush, I'm going to put some of these grays, and again, painting around my cat, and now I'm going to start blending all of this. I want this pretty light, so now I'm going to take my time to make sure that this window is straight. Wet. Let's just bring, since this part is light, let's just bring a little bit of the lighter green, a little bit of the blues that we were having there. Oops, now I got like a rainbow there. Let's just bring one there. And yeah, and then just go around the silhouette. This is, take your time, okay? You don't want to put blue inside the cat. Just painting around the cat right now. I just darken in a few places, strategic places, like underneath here. So what I'm gonna do is put in the dark, some of my darkers against the lighter of the cat. This part here is gonna be very light. So I'm coming with a little bit of the darker color, and then I just blend. So that it will give it more contrast. A little bit of a hard line is forming there. And yeah, my brush looks horrible is because it has almost no water. But that's the way we want it. If I bring water now, we'll get blossoms, and I don't want that. Because I already know how dark the room is. I did my big shapes, and now it's okay to do some of the details that they are gonna go here. Not gonna be too many. Then we will be ready to move into the cat. I have here some browns, like burnt sienna and burnt umber, and then I added a little bit of neutral tint. So I want to darken this corner some. The color is going to go a little bit over our blue already. This is going to be more like if I put in a glaze, so to speak. I'm going to bring them a little bit here. And yes, once again, be careful around the silhouette of our cat. We allow a little bit of the blue to show, but once again, I want this not a hard edge. I'm gonna go about half of this paint. And then with the same colors that I was using over there, my browns that I did with the burnt sienna and the, I believe it was raw umber, I'm gonna come here and then I'm gonna get this darker. I'm gonna just come and put a glaze over. Make it a little, warm it up a little bit and unify everything with this color. Okay, and now we are ready to start with our cat. For the colors, I'm gonna have a little bit of the, what is this? This is kind of like a burnt sienna, but it's from Sminky, so it's less orangey. And then I'm gonna bring, I think I'm gonna bring a little bit of the raw sienna, diluted, and I'm gonna mix these two. If you want to paint alone without stressing about the drawing, I have put the templates and the reference photo on my Patreon. I will link the link below if you wanna get them. I think that I like this. It's watery enough, but let me see. Yeah, I think I have it in a good place. So let's start. Watch this. I will add only detail in a few places, and your eyes will read the rest as fur. I am wetting, but I'm gonna allow a little bit of an area right here to be white, meaning I want it white, so I'm not gonna wet that part, because whatever I wet, that's where my color is gonna go. This part over here, so basically all the area that is facing the window is going to be pretty light. Now I wet the rest. Why am I wetting? Because I have some details to put, and I will take some time. So for that, I don't want to have hard edges and the places that I don't need to. Color, the one that I just finished mixing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start dropping some. This part over here is going to be darker, so was the farther part of the cat that is farther from the window. Okay, again, this is kind of like an underpainting for the moment being. Coming with a little, the same colors, but maybe slightly darker. Of course, we cannot leave all those parts of the ears and start white, so I'm bringing a very, very little bit of magenta, or you can use permanent rose if you have it, to the browns. And when the light hits the cartilage of the ears, then it will have a hint of a pink color. So this is the burnt sienna by Sminky, and now I'm bringing the raw sienna. These are the same colors I did over there. It's just that I'm making them stronger this time, meaning less water and more color. All right, one with color, one brush with water. And we start building by putting some of these darker colors. Our cat is not flat. So I'm gonna start by putting some of this, then I'll go with water and I will lead it out. It's better if you start exactly where you, at the top, so it doesn't dry too much. And now this It's not gonna be my darker color. This is my medium, light, medium, and then we will come back with the darker. So let's wet around. Let's bring the color now. I mean, we will probably have to go here darker. Like I said, this is also gonna help our friend turn. Go like that, from more to less. Gonna be like a V here. And let's just bring some of these colors that will almost disappear when I went to blend. I'm gonna wet ahead of time in some places so that it, when I come with the color, it's not, doesn't give me too many hard edges. And some places like this, I want them, but there are others where I don't want them. All right. So this is gonna take me a little bit of time, so I'm gonna fast forward so you get to see it, but I don't bore you to that while I'm doing it. I want this part over here, which is where the light will be hitting, to be warm and toned. So I am wetting ahead of time, and then I bring in my brush and pick up a little bit of that in your brush and go lighter till you go to the lightest, which is the white. And over here, I just come with water, only so that I won't have a hard edge. But again, I am not bringing any color, and that is gonna give me the beautiful transition. I'm going with the same colors that I was having before, but I am adding to that a neutral tint. In other words, I am not coming with a black, I am just doing that part. Don't have a round, it's more on elongated. So we'll go like that, go long, and now the area around the eyeball here is gonna also be the same color. I'm coming like a little bit of a triangle, if you will. It's gonna go around here. Like I said, this one is coming in. So I bring it out a little bit. Using today for this cat, I'm not using my usual Brun Sienna, which is the one with neutral, Winsor & Newton. This is my Sminky, which is more brown and not so orangey. Trying to reshape, make the shape of the face. I need to warm it up a little, so now I'm coming here with a touch of my sienna. I'm gonna bring a couple over here. And this is the area where I'm putting the most detail. The sienna from Winsor & Newton. I'm gonna use that one to put the iris, but I'm leaving a highlight, okay? So let's build this around, and then right away, the shape of the head, right away I go with water, coming with the darker color that I was using, but leaving like a little line over here that is gonna help reshape, kind of like where the nose starts coming, from more to less. And see, by leaving that little thinner there, it looks better. And now it will turn. Permanent rose, and put a little nose right there. Since I have that color now in my brush, I can, be a good time to go ahead and do the inside of this ear. I go and I put some of the permanent rose or magenta, whatever color you want. I blend these ones. We'll do the other ear, a little brighter here. Nice. If the light is coming through here, it will show a little bit here as well. So I brought a little bit of red, a little bit of that red right here. Go around it. Right away, I go with water. And then I go with water here too. Put a little bit of that color here too. And now we're gonna continue to build our values, and our values is what is gonna give us that, here, going with the color, let's just go here. It's gonna give us the impression of fur over here, zigzag, and then this go here. Okay. Obviously this is a little too much, so I blend those two lines. All right, so I'm bringing the color. So this is gonna be more a square. Let's bring it here, and then over here too. Now, blend, 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 blend around here. This head needs to turn, so let's just make it turn right now by putting a little bit of the darker, more to less, over here, tap, tap, tap. Don't forget the neck. So right here and right here. All right. Once again, I tap and tap. One goes up, one goes down. This is the part right now where it's going to be the darkest, and then we will take care of the leg. So I'm going to wet around it. I'm going to allow this part over here to be light. So I wet here. I am now going to wet on the part of the tail. And this part over here, I'm going to have a little bit of lightness too. So I wet. Now the burnt sienna from the Sminky, and I added to this one neutral tint. So now I continue. Imagine this is the spine. It will go like that, and it will come turn in here. This is going to be the darkest part of our cat. Let's just do the turning so this leg starts to make sense. It has a little bit of the brown there. Now, with the lighter, the medium tone of the colors to have a transition, I come over here and then I blend. Let's do a little bit of the turning point. This dark color probably will come a little bit higher. What I can do is, if I bring it like that and pretend that this has a little bit of stripes, that will be cool too. Yeah, let's try. This is the darkest part, so I'm going to start bringing more and more to this part only, because this one, remember, is just very dark, and this will be dark too, of neutral tint by itself. So I bring it, I let it blend with that. Maybe a little over there, and then I need to start rounding this up because our tail is. Now I bring some of the burnt sienna, get it together. This is the Sminky, okay, all the time. I'm not gonna keep repeating it. Now but when I come to not bleed the, so I don't bleed just the neutral tint, but some of this. We're going to continue to do only burnt sienna. And now I'm just going to blend with water. Now with the same dark color that I have there, I had to bring it, let's see, this is the body turning. So I had to bring it a couple places here. It's going to be turning. So this part over here should be dark as well. Then blend neck one more time. Right here. Light and shadows, my friends. By putting the light and the shadows, you see how our cat is coming up. Put a little edge on the inside of the cat's ear. We're gonna get always closer to the object that you put the shadow. It's always darker. All right. So we put this very dark out there, and then I come with the water, and then I do one as it goes farther away, like if it is getting a little bit lighter. Okay, so like I said, this is a wonderful way to create, let's just separate the feet and the tail from the body. This is a wonderful way to paint animals. I love it. If you put them close to it could be a window or it can be a light source, then you get all the fur without painting the fur. Right? Now, this is optional. You can put it or not. I'm coming here with white paint. But as you can see, I'm going to call this painting done. pretty soon, because I think that we accomplished what we set up to do, which by building the layers, both of the atmosphere around it and of the cat, and only add those little details when it needed to be, we end up with a beautiful painting. I love making this type of paintings because it feels like if you capture a moment in time, like a good memento. I get a lot of requests when I do this type of paintings for the drawings, and of course, as you know, they are available on my Patreon, and I will put the link in the description. I hope you learned something, and as always, I thank you so much for being here. I will see you in my next video.